Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham Ekam, Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham Ekam, Hamza Soham. Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham Ekam, Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham, Hamza Soham
Is everything about my life already decided? Or am I creating my future? Is my future already decided by someone, or is it written by God, or decided by the movement of the stars? Or is my future being created by me? These are questions that arise in every human being at some time or the other during their life journey. Let us go into the issue of destiny today. Namaste. You are not a pawn in the chessboard of life to be used and disposed. You are a very powerful being through whom flow the great energies of the universe. If you want to feel the power of your being, you must learn to master 4 factors that influence destiny. The first factor that influences your destiny is your action. If your actions are selfish and harmful to others, you will create a painful destiny for yourself. If your actions are inclusive and cause good to you and others, if your actions are powerful and not weak, if your actions are consistent and not inconsistent, then you got the first factor for a great destiny right. Now think about it. On what do your actions depend? Your actions depend on your choices and decisions. This is the second factor. In all the key moments of your life, you have a choice to sleep in or to wake up early and finish what is incomplete. To be kind or rude. To be respectful and forgiving, or to bully and make fun of others' flaws. To simply do what everyone is doing, or to pursue a unique field because you want to make a difference through it. Every day, every hour, you are making big and small choices of life, which are shaping your destiny. Do you know you are making thousands of simple and complex decisions a day? And every one of these decisions is shaping your future. Now, on what are your decisions and choices dependent? Your choices are dependent on your inner state. Your inner state is the third important factor, the core factor. Understand, there are only 2 states of being, stressful states and the beautiful states. There is no third state of being. Stressful states are predominantly 3 kinds. First kind are fear-related states, anxiety, insecurity, tension, worry and panic. Have you ever observed your anxiety or fear like an observer? You will see that all fear-related states push you into painful imaginations of future. It is always in the future. They don't allow you to be present to whatever is unfolding right now and give wise responses to life. The second kind of stressful states are sadness-related states. These are states like depression, loneliness, sorrow, hurt emotions, disappointment. If you observe these, you will see that all these sadness-related states pull you into painful past memories. These also don't allow you to be present to whatever is unfolding right now and give wise responses to life. let us look into the third kind of stressful related states, which are anger related states, hate and frustration, irritation and rage. These are oscillation states. You move between the past and the future. In anger related states, you think of a time something unfair was done to you, and instantly you also project a time in the future. In your imagination of future, you imagine you will teach those who hurt you a lesson, or that you will never ever allow anyone to take advantage of you. Like a pendulum, you keep moving between the past and the future. In all these three stressful states, your brain's hippocampus is actually shrinking. Hippocampus is that part which is responsible for long term memory. Have you not seen friends who tell you, I was brilliant until I was 15, and then I shifted to a new school which was stressful, and something went wrong. I am now an average student. I did extremely well until I had that heartbreak. After that, I am not able to regain my edge in my career. If you had begun to give in to stressful states at any point of time, you would have become less intelligent, for sure, because your hippocampus would have shrunk. Now let us talk of beautiful states. Beautiful states are joy-related states like happiness, contentment, rapture, bliss. Love-related states like passion, compassion, affection, kindness, gratitude. Courage-related states like calm, confidence, faith, peace. Where do you think your mind is in all these states? Past or future? Obviously, the answer is in the present. It is only when the mind is not jumping like a monkey into the past and future can you be calm and confident, or be present to someone and feel love and gratitude for them, or be joyful. It is only in the present you are aware of whatever is unfolding right now and give wise responses to life. Now, coming back to choices. If you are in any of these three stressful states, your decision will be most unwise. If you live in a beautiful state, your choices and decisions will be wise and powerful. One of my important missions is to teach millions of young people to live in beautiful states, even if they are faced with the toughest of challenges. I want you to come from a great state, make wise choices, and act powerfully, consistently in the direction of your vision. What we have discussed so far would be half the recipe for a great destiny. Let us look to the fourth factor that determines your destiny, your samskaras. These are powerful forces. What happens in your mother's womb and early childhood are called early life samskaras. These form very deep impressions on your mind, but unfortunately, these memories are erased from conscious memory. Your samskaras exert their influence from the deeper layers of the unconscious mind. From there, like invisible radioactive material, they influence your choices and decisions. In the deeper processes at ACOM, we have healed thousands of people of their painful samskaras of abandonment, abuse, neglect, or even severe trauma. Brain science looks at the human mind as being comprised of two layers, the unconscious and the conscious. Your unconscious mind is the scientific equivalent of the impressions of present life samskaras. The unconscious mind is the ancient and archaic part of the mind. Like the submerged portion of an iceberg is massive than when compared to the part of the iceberg that is jutting out, your unconscious mind is massive when compared to the force of your conscious mind. Do you know studies have revealed that your unconscious mind processes 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind only processes 120 bits per second? How amazing! you can see how the force of the unconscious mind is acting in yourself, in everyone around you, if you pay closer attention. Why is it that two siblings in the same family react very differently to their youngest? When the youngest one irritates, the older one might be calm and respond in a composed manner, while the other sibling gives in to aggression, becomes violent, and chases the young one around the house. This is because of the differing impressions on their consciousness. If your samskaras are negative, no matter how hard you try, those mental and emotional tendencies keep coming back. Keeping this in our hearts, we have designed specific courses like Bodhi and the festivals at Ekam, where we dissolve your negative childhood impressions and awaken you to great potential. I don't know if you have observed the ceremonies around a typical Hindu child. Before the parents conceive, they do a ceremony that a great child be born. When the parents are 3 months pregnant, they do ceremonies for great intelligence to arise in child. At 5 months or 7 months, another ceremony for great samskaras to flow. After birth, another ceremony. Naming is another ceremony. Beginning of education is another ceremony. So many ceremonies in childhood and virtually nothing after you become an adult, other than your marriage. Why? In the womb and after birth and into childhood, until about 9 years old, you are forming powerful samskaras or impressions in your mind. These ceremonies were the ancients' way of creating good samskaras. Pre-birth, birth and childhood is the period when the foundation of your personality is laid. Of course, these ceremonies are only effective when done with wisdom and done with full knowing of the impact of the mantras. Not only India, every ancient spiritual civilization had these ceremonies, like the Native Americans, the Chinese, and the Egyptians. But the Hindu sages were champions at decoding consciousness. For clearing these negative samskaras, you need deep spiritual journeys. For those who are determined to set themselves free of these negative samskaras, there is always a path. If you don't work on each of these 4 factors, you will continue to do the same mistakes again and again and recreate the same painful destiny. If you work on these 4 factors and transform them, your destiny is reshaped. Your future becomes glorious. The simplest starting point to transform your destiny is to begin with awareness of your state. What state are you in right now?